So in this video, we're going to talk about what is the first step to becoming a professional videographer. What's the one thing that you need to do first? Hey, what's up? My name is Kyle Got Camera, and in this video, we're going to break down where you start. When you're thinking about getting into this, you don't know necessarily what to do, but you know you want to do it. So if you're here, that means that you're either getting started in your video journey or you're already growing your video business. And I want to tell you exactly what you need to do first before you do anything else. The first step is you actually need to decide why. You need to decide why you want to do this, because ultimately growing any business is really, really challenging. And if you don't get really clear on why you actually want to pursue this, then you're gonna give up. When things get hard, you will not know what to do, and you will not have the courage, you will not have the strength, you will not have the persistence that it takes to actually push through all those things that are gonna get in your way, that are gonna challenge you on this journey. And so it sounds simple, and you may even overlook this. You may just pass over this idea. But I'll tell you the reason why I started making videos. That's the reason I believe that I'm doing well right now. And the reason why I started making videos is because when I was a kid, I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to be a director. I always wanted to make these epic like skate and snowboarding films that were just like adventure and beautiful and all this stuff. And I think deep inside is I really like that sense of inspiration and like getting goosebumps. And I wanted to do that for other people. So as life went on and I eventually went to college, I went into film school and I studied film and entrepreneurship. And what I realized really quickly is that all the filmmakers in film school were broke. You know, my teacher was broke, the guy who was developing my project was broke, and I wasn't actually learning like hard skills that were going to make me successful in the real world. And I knew that. So I made a decision to drop out of school and then learn business and sort of work myself back to filmmaking after I collected some business skills. I kept avoiding becoming a filmmaker. After years and years and years of doing business, I was always too afraid to actually take that leap and go after my dreams and make it happen. And it wasn't until I got to the point where I was really stressed out with the work that I was doing. Like, stress was super high. I was working around the clock. I was making good money, but I was empty inside, and like my whole life fell apart. And I started having a bunch of health problems, and I started, feeling sorry for myself, and my whole life was just kind of in shambles. I knew that if I were to get better, if I was going to heal myself, I needed to make a change, and I needed to do something that was fun, something that filled me up, something that gave me passion, and because it was just missing in my life. And I knew filmmaking, making videos, that was my out. That was my ticket. And so that was my why. That was my reason for doing video, is like I felt like it was my purpose. I felt like I was put on this planet to make videos. And I had already lost everything after, suffering from all the health problems and losing all my money, trying to spend it on gaining my health back. It then became like really crystal clear what I needed to do, and nothing was gonna stop me from achieving my goal because I was so laser focused, and the mission behind what I was doing was so strong. If you're getting into video, if you're growing your business, you really need to make sure that you're doing it for the right reason. And if you've lost touch with that, you need to go back and connect with it. And if you've never done it, you need to sit down, you need to be quiet with yourself, and you need to spend some time figuring out why you actually want to do this. And when you narrow it down and when you figure it out, you get clear, write it down, put it as a background on your phone, write it on the mirror, in your bathroom mirror, whatever you need to do to remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing, because when it gets hard, and it will, this is how you're going to push through. This is how you're going to persist. And this is what is going to make you successful. Step number one is you need to decide why. As you may or may not know, I'm on a mission to build the biggest, most engaged community of videographers and photographers. I call it the Got Camera Crew. The reason why is because I believe that a lot of us, we just want to create and create together. You know, being creative doesn't have to be a solitary process. And for me, at this point in my career, I'm still making money with my clients and I'm still doing that business, but I really just want to make stuff for myself, and I want to be able to make stuff with others, and I want to be able to go around the world to any country, any city, and find someone that I can go shoot with. And I want you to have the same opportunity. So I started this Facebook group called the Got Camera Crew. There's a link in the description. All you have to do is click that and it'll send you to the Facebook group. And if you like this content, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.